On August 1, 1774, which English chemist discovered oxygen when he obtained a colorless gas by heating red mercuric oxide? Joseph Black, Henry Cavendish, or Joseph Priestley? The discovery of oxygen and the chemical revolution of Joseph Priestley. Priestley's lasting reputation in science is founded upon the discovery he made on August 1, 1774, when he obtained a colorless gas by heating red mercuric oxide. Who patented dynamite in 1867? Sigrid Rissler, Ivar Wickman, or Alfred Nobel? By the mid-19th century, much more powerful explosives were being created by treating various organic substances with nitric acid. Among these new explosives was dynamite, a stabilized form of nitroglycerin, invented in 1867 by Alfred Nobel. Which French chemist was the first to isolate codeine? Pierre-Jean Robiquet, Bernard Meunier, or Yves Chauvin? First isolated by French chemist Pierre-Jean Robiquet in 1832, codeine may be extracted directly from opium, but most codeine is produced from morphine, another opium derivative. Which prominent French chemist developed the modern system of naming chemical substances, and has been called the father of modern chemistry for his emphasis on careful experimentation? Antoine Lavoisier, Charles Janet, or Antoine-Claude Saugrain? Antoine Lavoisier determined that oxygen was a key substance in combustion, and he gave the element its name. He developed the modern system of naming chemical substances, and has been called the father of modern chemistry for his emphasis on careful experimentation. Which chemist introduces the term glycerine, which applied to commercial materials containing more than 95% glycerol, in 1811? Félix Delahaye, Etienne Edmond Foex, or Michel-Eugène Chevreul? The term glycerine, introduced in 1811 by French chemist Michel-Eugène Chevreul, is ordinarily applied to commercial materials containing more than 95% glycerol. Which German chemist is credited with discovering the element uranium in 1789 in a sample of pitchblende? Martin Heinrich Klaproth, Ernst Wilhelm Buchner, or Emil Fischer? The German chemist Martin Heinrich Klaproth is credited with discovering the element uranium in 1789 in a sample of pitchblende. Klaproth named the new element after the planet Uranus, which had been discovered in 1781. Which Swedish scientist proposed in 1813 that chemical symbols be based on the Latin names of the elements, a proposal generally adopted by the mid-19th century? Johannes Jacob Berzelius, Lars Fredrik Nilsson, or Johann Gottlieb Gahn? In 1813, Johannes Jacob Berzelius proposed that chemical symbols be based on the Latin names of the elements. His proposal was generally adopted by the mid-19th century. Which English physicist and chemist discovered benzene? Ronald Moss, Michael Faraday, or George Stokes? The English physicist and chemist Michael Faraday discovered benzene and the principles of current induction. One of a blacksmith's 10 children, Michael Faraday was born on September 22, 1791, in Newington, Surrey. Which British scientists discovered the element krypton in 1898? William Ramsay and Morris W. Travers, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, or William Greger and Robert Warrington? In 1898, British chemists William Ramsay and Morris Travers discovered krypton as the residue of evaporating almost all of the other components of liquid air. For his work in the discovery of several inert gases, Ramsay was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1904. Who was the English chemist who discovered several chemical elements, including sodium and potassium? George Boole, Humphry Davy, or J.J. Thomson? Sir Humphry Davy, an English chemist who discovered several chemical elements, including sodium and potassium and compounds, invented the miner's safety lamp, and became one of the greatest exponents of the scientific method. Who was the first chemist to prepare pure nitroglycerin, a colorless, oily, and somewhat toxic liquid with a sweet, burning taste? Ascanio Sobrero, Luigi Galvani, or Pellegrino Turri? Pure nitroglycerin is a colorless, oily, somewhat toxic liquid having a sweet, burning taste. It was first prepared in 1846 by the Italian chemist Ascanio Sobrero by adding glycerol to a mixture of concentrated nitric and sulfuric acids. In 1938, which American chemist accidentally discovered polytetrafluoroethylene? Roy Plunkett, Charles D. Coryell, or Robert Brownlee? Roy Plunkett accidentally discovers polytetrafluoroethylene, soon to be known as Teflon, a slippery substance that will have practical applications in everything from non-stick cookware to a presidential nickname. Who authored the first modern chemistry textbook, Alchemia, in 1606? Paul Friedlander, Andreas Libavius, or Carl Remigius Fresenius? Andreas Libavius's 1606 work has often been dubbed the first chemistry textbook. It details alchemical processes in an organized manner, with elaborate descriptions and illustrations of substances, equipment, and recipes for experiments. About 1548, which French potter and writer discovered the secret of producing Italian majolica and began his production of what is called rustic ware? Thomas Lodge, Roger Ashem, or Bernard Palissy? Bernard Palissy is best known for his so-called rustic ware, typically highly decorated large oval platters featuring small animals in relief among vegetation, the animals apparently often being molded from casts taken of dead specimens. Which English scholar wrote the earliest extant gunpowder recipe in a European language? Edmund Lacey, Roger Bacon, or Henry Daniell? Roger Bacon's major work, the Opus Majus, was sent to Pope Clement IV in Rome in 1267 upon the Pope's request. Although gunpowder was first invented and described in China, Bacon was the first in Europe to record its formula. Like, comment, subscribe,